Working with your significant other. That has to be an absolute dream, or depending on the relationship, an absolute nightmare. But what if you got to beat the ever-loving crap out of one another as part of your job? I'm Rick Ucchino. Here are 5 current and former WWE couples who once wrestled one another. Number 5, Miro, a.k.a. Rusev, and Lana. Now, neither member of this real-life couple calls the WWE home anymore, but these two will always be remembered for their time together on screen prior to being released by the company, especially for that infamous love triangle, or, well, wait, was it technically a rectangle? Like, I don't know. You know what angle I'm talking about here. The Bulgarian Brute and the ravishing Russian worked as a pair almost the entirety of their WWE tenure, but that all changed around September of 2019 when Lana fell for her, quote, hot boyfriend, the almighty Bobby Lashley. The three feuded for a few months, and eventually a returning Liv Morgan also joined the fray, confessing her love for Lana, a huge angle that was abruptly dropped just weeks later. This all did lead to a mixed tag team match, though, Lana and Lashley versus Rusev and Liv, and the current WWE champion got the win for his team with a massive spear on the now reigning TNT champion in AEW. Number 4, Keith Lee and Mia Yim. Now, Yim and Lee were not revealed to be a couple until they were already established single stars in NXT. The duo has since been able to work together on a number of shows and even feuded with fellow NXT couple Johnny Gargano and Candice Lerae. Now, while Yim and Lee have been able to work together on WWE television, the couple has not yet been able to recreate their incredible intergender match from Beyond Wrestling from back before their WWE days. In this particular encounter, it was Yim who was able to pick up the victory over her longtime partner when she shocked the Limitless One with a victory roll. Now, might we see the real-life couple square off once again? It's possible, not very likely, but you know what they say in WWE, never say never. Number 3, the aforementioned Johnny Gargano and Candice Lerae. Now, Lerae was well known on the independent circuit before she came to WWE because of her ability in intergender matches. Lerae and Joey Ryan would battle other male teams regularly, but Lerae has also battled several men in singles competition. One of these men, her husband, former NXT champion Johnny Gargano. The couple dated for a number of years before marrying in 2016, which was just before Lerae made her way to WWE. And just like Mia Yim and Keith Lee, when Lerae and Johnny Wrestling squared off inside the ring for a match at Absolutely Intense Wrestling, it was Lerae who won the match following a roll-up. Number 2, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. You guys didn't really think that we would leave off the most powerful couple in the entire company, did you? Triple H and Stephanie have been married for almost 2 decades now and are raising 3 beautiful daughters. But that's what's going on outside of the ring. Their alliance inside the squared circle, at times, has been a bit rockier and much more controversial. Stephanie and Triple H were part of a storyline on television that saw Triple H actually drug and marry Stephanie without her permission. That's right, not even making that one up. Look it up, millennials. Believe it or not, things got even more bizarre as McMahon then faked a pregnancy to trick Triple H into a vow renewal ceremony. But the game, he didn't buy it. The billion-dollar princess then aligned herself with Chris Jericho and soon found herself in a triple threat match between herself, Chris Jericho, and Triple H. Stephanie came this close to becoming WWE champion, but was ultimately pinned by Triple H and, per the match stipulation, was forced to leave the company. Well, for a few months, anyway. And finally, number 1, Sarah Tan. God, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and Sasha Banks. The legit boss has been one of the biggest stars in all of wrestling ever since she made her main roster debut back in 2016. Heck, you can go even further back if you want to, back to her days in NXT when she was tearing it up with Bayley. But if you look back even a little further, you'll see a moment in time when Banks was competing against her own husband. Before Banks signed with WWE, she competed on several promotions alongside her future husband, Kid Mikaze, who is now a costume designer in WWE. The couple was even able to face off as part of a show at Beyond Wrestling. Banks took on Fury, Mikaze, and Fahrenheit in an intergender fatal 4-way match. The 6-time women's champion was eventually eliminated from that match by her husband after a spin kick. Even though neither stars would go on to win that day, Banks and Mikaze did put on a fantastic show that night. That's our list this time around. Make sure to give us the old thumbs up there, and also make sure to hit up the comments section. Is there anybody we missed? Let us know. Also, subscribe to the Sportskeeda Wrestling YouTube channel for more content like this, plus exclusive interviews and so much more.